Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today, Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. If some of it does not, uh, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy for you. I just did a whole tarot read for like 20 minutes. And I realized I didn't even use my freaking microphone. Sorry, you guys. Hopefully you can hear it. I posted it. Hopefully you can hear it. We got the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ. I got mine off Amazon. You could also get it at Hay House, probably. Or I think MJ has their own website, I think. They advertise for it on Facebook, so I assume. We got one on the table. Two on the table. Okay, that's a little over dramatic here. We got five on the table. Let's do two more shuffles. Seven cards on the table. One more shuffle. We got eight cards at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this over here on the cell. We've got bond, commitment, ghosts. I gotta tell you something in a second. Isolation, survival, scavenge, routine, and bottom of the deck, teamwork. Okay, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm looking at the light from my microphone, and I was thinking of oh God, come on, what the red robot, Robert Downey Jr. What the hell is his name? The movie where he wears the suit. Iron Man. Iron Man. I'm like looking at it and I'm thinking, I look like Iron Man when he shows like his heart thing. Iron Man. Iron Man. All right. I think I only ever watched the first two Iron Man movies. I think I slept through most of the second one. And wasn't there like a third and a fourth? First one was the best one. Okay. So, someone is what I heard it someone is what I heard is someone is in a bonded commitment. That's what I heard when the bond and the commitment card came out, with someone from their past. Right now, these two people are in isolation. They're in survival mode. They're scavenging to survive. With the routine and the teamwork card, these are two people that work very well together. And they both feel like they have a purpose for being together, for doing what they do. But I'm feeling that whatever this purpose is, it revolves around negativity, like something negative, low vibrational, karmic. So these two are in a bonded commitment. They feel like they're in a bonded commitment. I pointed this out before. This is an empty nest. There's nothing really holding them together. Like they feel like they're happy and they're good together and they're bonded, like, oh, we're a couple, like we're in this commitment. But in actuality, there is absolutely nothing holding them together. Um if they have kids, they have their own children. So, and this is just an example. If this is a man and a woman, like she has her own kids from her past relationships and he would have kids from his, okay? Same thing if it was two men, two women. With the ghost, again with the ghost card, these are two people like they've probably known each other for a while and either they didn't get together right away and then they got together, or they got together, broke up for a while, then got back together. Like they're past people to each other. So like there's some type of history there, but they weren't always together, if that makes sense. And then I'm also getting that if you're someone on the outside looking in, like if you're not one of these bonded pairs, um, pair, I should say, and you're outside looking in, like you're a friend or an ex lover of one of them, or whatever the case, a family member, whatever the case may be, these are people from your past. These are people that you would have very little to no contact with in the present. Whoever these two are, I said they were in isolation together, and I still stand by that statement, but I'm also going to add this into it. Whoever they are, they're set apart from, I mean, I want to say like the world, like society, like humanity, or technically it could just be a community, like a group of friends, a family situation. Like they're set apart from like a group. And I'm getting it could be any of those things, depending on your situation and what you know to be true. But they are isolated, the two of them, away from others. And I don't know that they're sad about it. Because when I look at this crow, to me it looks like it's sitting there in the rain, right? But it's almost like it's smirking, kind of like a big fuck you, you know, like haha, you know. So maybe they didn't like want to be set apart from a community or a group or a society, but they are, and they're like, okay, well, you don't want to have anything to do with me, well then fuck you too. Like it's almost giving off that kind of energy. Because I wouldn't say it's like self-imposed isolation. I just heard they don't want to be seen for who they are, but they are. So I guess like an example would be like, this is just an example. Like someone is a red rummer, right? And nobody knows. Like they go through life committing red rums. Nobody knows. And then all of a sudden like they're a suspect. So they're like set apart from society, right? Cuz now like they're in the eye like of the media or people or FBI or police or whatever. And they're set apart, like they're isolated. So it's not self imposed, but at the same time, if they hadn't done what they did, they wouldn't be there. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm also going to say this too. These two people are maybe more dark. So maybe, I just heard sinister. So maybe they're just not so nice people. Maybe they're not so nice to other people. Because down here, I see the little street light. And then there's one back here. There's two like street lights. But it seems very dark to me. Like this crow is like in, I mean, they're not in the darkness, but they are. So maybe these two people, this bonded pair, like thought that they were going to be able to like survive in the dark and nobody would notice. Now people are noticing. Because with the survival card, it's like this crow is like hiding, but they're not hiding, and the fox is watching. So it gives off energy of like I tried to hide myself, my real self from people, and now they see me, but I'm still going to try and hide and act like nothing's wrong and, you know, like survival mode, fight or flight mode. I was thinking about that the other day. Like people see who this bonded pair is, but they're still trying to like pretend like they're not who people know they are. It's like giving off energy of like a couple that just do karmic bullshit, you know, like liars, cheaters, thieves. And they finally get found out and they're still like, "Oh no, 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 like I didn't do that." You know, like they throw rocks but then they hide their hands. It's giving off like that type of energy. And it's a couple. Like they both work together to do whatever they do and they're both pretending like they don't. Like it's not us, we didn't do it. But again, like they're being seen. Like people are recognizing like, okay, like you're lying. Like I know you did it. Like I saw you do it. You know, like someone said you did it. I believe them, you know. And when I say they're scavenging for survival, it's like it's almost like they're trying to find people to believe in them because otherwise how can they go on? Because these are people that believe their own bullshit. These are people that Like they're so far gone, like they believe their own lies. Because like I said, they believe they're in this bonded commitment. They have some great relationship towards one another. Like they're so great together. But like I said, you look at this commitment card and there's nothing there. There is nothing holding these two people together. Nothing. I just heard they could split and not even have to go to court. So like to me that means like they don't share anything tangible. They don't share like a deed to a house, a deed to a car. They don't share a bank account. They don't have children together. There is nothing holding them together. But these two believe like there's some great dynamic duo that they belong together. And people are starting to look at them, and I'm just going to say this. I don't mean to be, they're looking at them for the trash that they are. And I'm not saying that to be judgy, like they're like digging through trash. It's like they're trash. They're trying to survive, like they can't. It's like when you watch a tarot read and it comes out in the cards, and it's that typical stereotypical story, right? Of a feminine, a masculine. They're both karmic. They're together. They don't work. They sit at home. How do they make money? How do they survive? Well, they do it because they fuck everybody else over. They steal energy. They steal money. They steal everything. It gives off that type of energy, like two lazy, grown ass adults that don't know how to think or do for themselves. So they steal from everybody else. And everybody's seeing. Like, everybody is waking up to this with the survival card. That's why they feel like they're in survival mode. It's because everybody is seeing them for who they are. I just heard friends and family, people you wouldn't even think would turn on them are turning on them. I just heard they don't have a pot to piss in. Because so this is the other thing. If they don't have the facade of their relationship, they have nothing. And again, I think that's why this card came out. There's nothing holding them together. There never was anything holding them together. But they gave off this illusion like, oh, like we're so great together. We're, you know, I mean, they don't say they're great manifestors, but they act like it, right? Like, oh, we have all this abundance. Like, look at us, we're amazing. When in actuality, they don't. They don't have a fucking thing. And anything that they have is stolen. And how do people recognize that? Because it stops coming in, right? If you're manifesting, if you're doing black magic or something like that, and you're trying to bring in abundance and you're stealing it from other people via energy, eventually that's going to stop. Eventually you're going to get a kick in the ass. And people are going to see it stop. And they're going to be like, wait a minute, like I thought you had like this great business and you were making like $10,000 a month. And then that's when they realize, like, oh, that fell through for you? Like, you don't have that anymore? Like, how do you survive, you know? Also, when you are able to live in a facade like that, there's hype about it, right? Like, oh, look at that couple. Oh my gosh, they just bought like the third new car in a year. They're making so much money off of YouTube, so much money off of TikTok. Look at that content creator. Look at how fabulous they are. Like, when that recognition dies off, when there's nobody there to be, like gossip and be like, oh, look at how great they are, to, give them like an ego boost, they start to lose their luster. They start to lose whatever it is that drew the people in the first place. The mask fell. You know what I mean? That's what they say when they say the veil fell and the mask came off. That's the other thing too with this routine and this teamwork cards. If these people were manifesting off of other people's energy for abundance and all that, they were doing this routinely, probably against certain specific individuals, probably over and over again. They probably had so many people that they were stealing from, and then that fell off. Like, people eventually realize that other people are siphoning their energy, and B, God knows. God sees everything. I talk about this all the time. God sees every fucking thing that happens. And there is a log. And after so much time, God's going to give you so many chances to be like, okay, I'm not going to fuck up. I'm not going to do this anymore. And after those chances are done, you are done. You are done. God gave you so many chances to get your shit together and to not basically ruin other people's lives. And when you can't do that, God's going to take away whatever abundance you got coming in. The routine and the teamwork is now null and void. You guys they're still going to work together trying to steal abundance, and it's just not going to happen. And they're going to waste their resources. They're going to waste their own energy trying to steal others, when you could have just used your energy to manifest for good things for yourself. Again, I don't understand why people are so ignorant. Seriously. If you think somebody did you so fucking horrible, and the world owes you something and everybody owes you something, manifest to be the best human there is. Isn't that the greatest revenge? How do you think the greatest revenge is to manifest to steal someone's inheritance? Or to manifest to steal someone's energy? Why? Because your energy is not good enough? Baby, your energy is good enough to manifest for yourself. Pull your head out of your ass. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody's watching that needed to hear that. You get yourself all involved in voodoo bullshit, thinking it's going to bring you great riches. How fucking stupid are you? You know, at the end of the line, God is going to strip you of all of that. All of it. Because what did I just say this morning or last night? God lets people rise that shouldn't rise for a purpose. Because the more they rise, the greater the fucking fall. And I really and truly believe that. I really, truly fucking believe that. Like, God could literally watch the shittiest person steal from others, hurt others, abuse others, And they're going to let them rise. Like, oh, you want to be a movie star? I'll make you a movie star. You want millions of dollars? Here you go. Here's your millions of dollars. You're a great actor. Da 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 da. 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, bam. Bam. You're done. You're done, kid. Crawl back into the hole you came out of. Because in that 5, 10, 15, 20 years, God gives you signs and gives you chances to grow and to change and to heal and to drop the BS and to become your own human instead of siphoning off of other people, instead of fucking other people over. They gave you that many chances. 5, 10, 15, 20 chances in all those years. And you didn't take it. Bam. And it's not for me or anybody else to be excited or happy for anyone's fall. It's a learning experience. Watching someone rise like that and watching them fall, it's a learning experience. Because at any point, you could be the greatest fucking human on the planet, a giver, a lover, a believer. And the second you let that devil energy in there, the second you let that in there, the second you start believing in something else, the second you step into the dark, that's when you start to lose yourself. God will give you so many chances to pull your ass out of the fire. And I just said this earlier on the Fearless Familiars read with the Protector. Honey, 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 honey. The devil does not give two shits about anybody that works for them. Everybody that works for them is expendable. That's why when you work for the devil, you rise and then you fall. Because as soon as you rise and God says, hey, I want that person back, the devil's like, here you go. Do what you want with them. I already got all my energy off of them. I said before, God and the devil work hand in hand. You guys seem to think that they're the greatest enemies and whatever. And I'm not saying that they're not enemies, but I'm saying that when they need to work together, they work together. I don't know what that beeping is, but that's confirmation. It sounded like a watch beeping. And once you're found out, once you hit rock bottom, once you fall and you're found out and people see you for who you are, I don't know how you think you're going to hide that. I really don't know how you think you're going to hide that. You can try all you want, but people are going to see you for who you are. Like I said, the veil drops, the masks come off. And people every day are waking up. People every day are realizing that they're intuitive and they've been denying themselves. Every fucking day. To think that you could pull the wool over somebody's eyes and just keep on going, like you have to be mentally ill. You have to be delusional. And when it all comes down to it at the end of the day, it's just sad. It's really just sad. Because nobody has to end up like that. Nobody has to end up in that situation. Like, you put yourself there on purpose when you do that shit. Because at any time, you could say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to steal. I'll figure out a way to manifest for myself. I'll get my own stuff. I'll pay back my karma. I'll move on. At any time, you can do that. Anytime. And again, the people that do what they do and don't think they do any wrong, and even when they get their karma, they're like, oh, that's not karma. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm great. I'm perfect. I'm fine. That is some that was someone so freaking narcissistic that they're blind to their own failure, their own faulty behavior. Like, you're not okay. It's like you put on the devil goggles and you don't know how to take them off. And it's not easy. It's not easy waking up every day and being a good human. And it's not easy waking up every day and recognizing the things that you do very well and the things that you suck at, and the way you're nice to people and the way you're mean to people. And it's not easy to try and heal those negative things about yourself so that you don't rub your bullshit onto others. It is not easy. It is hard. But every day, people like me and others wake up every day and pledge to themselves and to God and the universe and every other human on this planet that they're going to do the best that they can to be good for themselves and for others. And here you have two asshats that are completely clueless, completely blind, think that nobody's going to notice. People are noticing, and they're still like, like nothing's happening here. And the reason why I keep accentuating, I keep focusing on this bonded commitment, but there's nothing holding them together, is because even if one has like the tiniest inclination that they want to stop, that they want to heal, that they want to do something positive with their life, they can do it. There's nothing holding these two idiots together. If at any time one of them is like, I just felt something in my heart, I just realized like maybe what we're doing is wrong, that person can walk away. No repercussions. There's nothing holding these two idiots together. Nothing. Because it almost gives off that energy that like these two are being seen for what they are and they're trying to hide it. But one of them is eventually probably going to cave and be like, well, I only did it because this one did it. Or at any moment, you could have walked away. There was nothing holding you there. You did not have to follow someone into the ring of fire when you could have just walked away, when you could have saved yourself. And I will say this all day, every day. It's apparently one of my phrases, all day, every day. Um, you guys know I was married to the ex-husband. We were together 11 years, married for 7 of them. And when I was ready to go, I went. And I was not held back by marriage certificates, houses that we owned together, bank accounts that we shared together. I was not held back by that. I did what I needed to do to break apart from the ex-husband. I did what I needed to do to make sure I could survive on my own, and him as well. I tried to help him as best I could, and I fucking left. What is that beeping? When you are determined, when you feel like you're suffocating, when you feel like you need to escape, I don't know why you would cling to a situation, to a bonded commitment that you know isn't working, and it's not what you align with, and it's not what you saw for your future. Because I'm getting the feeling that one of these two people, like, they wanted to be together, they wanted to be together. But again, there's nothing really holding them together other than the bullshit. And now that they've been found out and they can't do anything, and all their gifts, all their abundance is being taken away via karma, if you want to leave, leave. Like I said, I didn't let anything hold me back. When I was ready to go, I was ready to go. To say, oh, I can't leave because we own a house together. I can't leave because we have a kid. I mean, these two don't even have a kid. But you know what I'm saying. There is no excuse to stay in a relationship that you no longer are comfortable in, that you no longer want, that you are no longer happy to be in. There is no reason for you to stay in that. When I hear other readers like, oh yeah, they're really upset because their past person is moving on and they really wish that they, could come forward with an offer for that person, but they're stuck here in this situation with this other person. No, no. And I've said this before. No, 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 no. You are absolutely not stuck anywhere. You make yourself stuck anywhere. You make sure you're stuck somewhere, but you're not. I really loathe when I hear that, like, oh, they're stuck there. No, they're not. They choose to be stuck there. They choose that. Because again, like I said, we had to sell our house. We each had a bank account that had each other's name on it. We had to split up all our furniture. We had to split up our cats, for God's sakes. I sold my Lego collection, which I considered priceless, and gave him like half the money so that he would walk away from our divorce with something. I did not let any obstacles stop me. When I had my mindset on separation and divorce, there I went. Like I was a bulldozer. Like you were not going to stop me. He was not going to stop me. I was ready. I was over the relationship. I was ready to go. So I can just imagine in my head like me being like, "Oh, yeah, I want to separate and divorce, but I'm stuck here." It's an excuse. It's a choice. It's just like I tell people all the time. People will tell me like, "Oh, like my spouse and I are unhappy, but we don't want to get a divorce because of the kids. Like we want to be together for the kids." For what? To show them what an unhappy marriage looks like? I saw that growing up my whole life. I wouldn't wish that on any kid. And don't get me wrong, I realize for a child, it's going to be traumatizing either way. But at the end of the day, if you separate and you get divorced from your spouse and you each move on and you're happy and you find other relationships and whatever the case may be, your children are going to learn more about healthy relationships than they are about unhealthy. Because when you stay in a marriage that you are not in, that is very unhealthy and that is not healthy for a kid at all. Take it from someone that was in that situation. And I'm saying this because I think someone out there needs to hear this. And if you're out there watching this, take note, I guess. And I just heard that song in my head. What is it? I'm not gonna break my stride. I'm gonna keep on moving. Oh, got to keep on moving. I don't know what the deal is. I guess they're gonna stay together and be unhappy and pay back their karma and not be fruitful, and I don't know. I'm not seeing anything else. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope everybody has a lovely Wednesday evening. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.